And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and your minds through Christ Jesus. The well-known and beloved hymn, It Is Well With My Soul, was written by Horatio G. Spafford. Spafford was a close friend of D.L. Moody. He was described by George Stebbins, a famous gospel musician, as a man of unusual intelligence and refinement, deeply spiritual, and a devoted student of the Scriptures. Spafford was also a successful attorney and real estate investor, but regrettably, he lost his holdings in the Chicago fire of 1871. Around the same time, his beloved 4-year-old son died of a serious illness. Desiring a restful vacation, as well as wishing to assist Moody and Sankey in one of their campaigns in Great Britain, Spafford planned a trip to Europe for his family. Unfortunately, due to unexpected business developments, he had to remain behind in Chicago. However, he sent his wife and 4 daughters, as scheduled, on the SS Ville du Havre to England, planning to follow and meet them a few days later. But alas, disaster hit when on November 22, 1873, their ship was struck by the Loch Earn. Anna Spafford hurriedly brought her 4 daughters to the deck, praying that God would spare them if that could be his will, or to make them willing to endure whatever awaited them. Sadly, the ship sank in only 12 minutes, and more than 200 people lost their lives. When the survivors finally made it to Cardiff, Wales, Mrs. Spafford sent a telegram to her husband that read, "Saved alone. What shall I do?" Another of the survivors, Pastor Weiss, later recalled Mrs. Spafford saying, "God gave me 4 daughters. Now they have been taken from me. Someday I will understand why." Spafford immediately set sail for England to join his bereaved wife. At one point during this voyage, the captain of the ship, aware of the tragedy that had struck the Spafford family, summoned Spafford to tell him that they were now passing over the spot where the shipwreck had occurred. As he looked at the sea and thought about his daughters, words of comfort and hope filled his heart and mind, and thus the words of the hymn were penned. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul.